German Shepherds are famous really for tracking. Tracking is worth 100 points. Obedience is worth 100 points. Protection is worth 100 points. For breeding purposes, you need to know the dog can track. And what is the purpose of tracking? It's different than obedience. Now, obedience also equally important. The dog's got to be happy. It's got to be joyful. It can't wait for you to give him another command. Same with protection, extremely important. But this has 3 phases. So for tracking, why are the judges looking at that the same way? Everything's the same, 100 points. Because the dog was meant to use its nose. When he can't see, what's he going to do? And what's, like with dogs in general, they have great capacity, to use their nose to find things. Well, tracking is that way. So when you start a dog and you're looking for breeding purposes, especially for breeding, you want to know that the dog's great in tracking. That means the dog's going to get a V rating. It's going to get excellent. It's going to get 96 points or higher. And why is that? Well, IP1, you're going to lay the track, put 2 articles down. That's going to be a 30-minute track. Then you're going to go to the longer one, and IP3 is an hour long. So the ground has time to settle. The odor starts to dissipate. But then you go into IP3 and even FH, you're talking like 3 hours. So when you're out training the dog, you're checking the dog's ability to concentrate. If the dog can't concentrate, he loses purpose. So tracking by itself is extremely important. It's just as valuable as obedience as protection. So all of our dogs are going to have the IGP ratings, and it's really important to look at that. Not just obedience, not just protection. So when you start, you're going to have the dog on a 30-foot lead. You can't help the dog. If you know where the track is, you could help the dog. So 10 meters, 33 feet, you're going to tell the dog to start. The dog needs to focus, needs to put the nose down. Search, does it go right? Does it go left? And then footsteps, one at a time like this. There's spaces. The dog needs to concentrate from the heel to the toe, heel to the toe. Gets to that corner. How do they know it's a corner? Because it's going right and then it's going left. What do people do? They do this and they'll turn to the left with the left foot. What if the dog goes here? The dog should do this. Should go right, left, right, left. There's nothing here. What should the dog do? It should solve that problem. There's no scent. It should stop, turn, pick up the footprint from the heel, and go straight again. This is a great thing to do with dogs just when you're out with your dog. Go ahead and lay tracks. However you want to motivate the dog. Some people do, food, some hot dogs at the end. I prefer a ball. I like a dog that has good, strong desire for a ball. Now the problem that you see with that is the dog will go too fast. Well, so what? Make the track harder to do. The purpose for tracking is to test the dog so that the dog can concentrate. What if you have a house and it's got, multiple levels? What if there's a bad guy up on the 3rd floor? The dog can't see it. He doesn't know there's anybody up there, but all of a sudden you see him check. What's that? That smell was not in the house when he left. So he knows something has changed. Through the nose. It's over and over and over how important it is that the dog has the ability, has the desire to use his nose. That is the most important thing. If your dog is going to be hectic, it doesn't want to be able to focus, it doesn't want to concentrate, then that dog is not the ideal dog. We're looking for ideal dogs that track, to a great, very, very long track. You can go over roads. You can go down ditches, through dry ground. It's hard for a dog to track. The better the dog can track, to me, the better the dog is. And those genetics are just that, genetics. It's genetics. Either the dog has the ability to focus, to concentrate, to get to the end, or he doesn't. So to me, tracking is part of our breeding program always. It may be overlooked, but not to me. To me, the dog has got to be able to do that. You see some dogs, you can even show them a ball. What are they going to do? They'll just stare at it. That's a good thing because they focus. They don't have to go jumping and being all crazy. They have to do that. They have to be able to control themselves. That's another thing that tracking does. The dog knows he's got a job to do, and he's going to do it, and he's going to enjoy doing it, but he's not going to need to be corrected because of how you lay the track. You can go out and have all kinds of fun with your dog when you want to go tracking. That's a great thing to do by yourself. It's not that fun to watch for other people because you know the dog's out in the field. But to me, I love tracking dogs. I just do because they show me what they really have inside them. I want to know what's inside the dog because what's in that dog is hereditary. If you were to go backgrounds, generations, you're looking for dogs that can focus, not just do obedience, not just do protection. The 3 category sport is meant for this. 100, 100, 100. If you can ever get a 300 dog, that's almost unheard of. To me, tracking is important, okay? And the secret to it, just do it a lot. If you do it a lot, the dog gets more air. He gets more used to breathing in, breathing out, controlling his energy. There's just so much that goes into tracking that I think that without a dog that can track, it's not completely rounded. It's got to be a rounded dog. It's got to be a dog that can do the 3 levels: tracking, obedience, and protection. And that's what we have here. And our puppies will show you that too. They're going to tell you something's out there, and they don't even have to see it. German Shepherds are what I think might be the 2nd most popular dog. What's a bloodhound? Those dogs love tracking, of course, but they don't have any real obedience or any protection. The German Shepherd is the most well-rounded dog you can get.